Hi YouTube. It is truly been a while. Finally can say fully on the tapering end of the illness now. But in terms of how much thinking and lack of action I've been doing, hopefully on the tapering end of that too. Maybe I've been thinking too much, and that's probably obvious by the lack of YouTube upload. Yeah, just didn't really get up to doing the amount of work or doing what I was working towards. I had sort of lost that. I still have kind of lost that. I don't really know where I'm kind of going with this anymore. But I do know I just want to develop myself and get better overall, so that eventually I can inspire. That's the one thing I do know. So I think I'll just keep on that sort of vision. It's been annoying being ill because I think exercise is actually one key thing that I've been missing, which I haven't been really able to do because I've just been trapped inside. I'm hopefully returning to badminton tomorrow. I'm just trying to bring back the exercise because I was thinking about it last year when I really had like deep focus and I was just really grinding, able to do long days, waking up early, excited for the day. I incorporated a lot of kind of home workouts into the routine, and I think there was also somehow I was meditating at the time pretty effectively. I was using this app, I think I got a free trial for a year, but I don't know if that helped out as well. But I think just implementing the exercise would hopefully help, because that's one variable that I've seen different from the previous time I've kind of attacked business, and this time, which has been a lot more convoluted and it's not clear. That's the best word, I guess. But yeah, so I'm just hoping to add more exercise into the days rather than just sitting on here trying to think about work, when all I end up doing is probably going watching YouTube or reading some stupid thing. Basically just being addicted to dopamine instead of actually attacking the goals. But my goals have become more clouded as well, which is a bit annoying. Overall, as you can clearly even see by the ramble I've just given, I'm a bit lost in a way, but I do know that I do want to improve myself. I want to be proud of myself, so that's something that I can always return back to as a philosophy. So let's just try and attack that. I think physical, AI and ML, as will be discussed through these later videos, will be the things that I'll be proud of to say that I've done at the end of the day. You can also tell by the kind of videos, the separation between them. There's no real kind of story between them. That just shows you how kind of convoluted and lost I was and have been during this period. But I think it's good because this is meant to be a documentation of the whole process of my life in a way. So let's just see how this goes. I hope you get some value out of it. Yeah. Speak to you guys soon. Hello everyone. How's it going? I'm not gonna lie, this week I've not recorded too much content, but we are here with the family. Oh, I forgot now. If you look at this lovely couple over there, married couple, that was just last year. I'll introduce them very soon. Have got me this amazing present, a mic. I really kind of needed this. The audio for the YouTube was not very good, but yeah, the last few days just been enjoying with the fam. I've been kind of relaxing, not doing too much work. So hopefully when I'm back in Cambridge, we really will do work. But let's go. Let's introduce everyone because it's Merry Christmas. It's the 25th. But
yeah, so my name's Tim. I run a restaurant brand called The Sauce UK. We've got a couple of locations in London, and that's me.
Come on. And this is my wonderful cousin Ish.
I'm Mrs. Sauce.
I need to take this off.
Dip, drip down, baby.
But yeah, no, these two have been very instrumental. I still remember a time in India when me and Tim were just waffling about Tim's backstory as well. But yeah.
Cool, man. We can go for it tomorrow. Why not?
Oh, amazing, man. Amazing.
I'll get that.
Time to get back into action. In this kind of time, I'm trying to become an AI ML wizard, basically, because I can't really go outside. It's too cold, and it'll just probably make me more ill. So, in this meantime, I have been working more on that beautiful extension. Right now, I'm running a local server. All of these things learned pretty much in the last 3 days. I'm running with the Flask framework just to run a local server on my laptop, which basically runs, I'm gonna link all this in GitHub, but all of this just helps creating an extension. Let's see the extension now, which basically is like a YouTube blocker in a way. I guess that's the best way of phrasing it. But it basically forces you to have a reason as to why you want to watch a YouTube video, and basically it'll evaluate that reason using a large language model. It actually uses a large language model from Llama. It uses the 3 billion parameter one, and it's locally installed, so I'm just running it on my server from my laptop effectively. So it's not very deployable yet, but those are definite things that can be worked on if wanted. So let's try a case where, let's see, it gets denied. If we just write no, so I think it should spring up an alert and force us to retake the survey. Never mind. Okay, there's a little bit of bugs there. We'll fix that. But this is a different angle now. I think I need to do something that excites me and that makes me want to work, because otherwise I'm just not going to be able to sustain myself in this kind of business world, business life. And what better way, and I'm quite lucky in that, is that coding and kind of ML and AI do intrigue me. So I think I'm just going to try and build these kind of mini tools and mini things that will help me eventually propose a kind of ML AI business model, which is a lot more appealing and a lot more attractive to myself. So I'm just going to try out with eBay and these sorts of things, building models that can kind of automate certain tasks and workflows that kind of make me more productive, or make, you know, just there's a value add effect. Oh yeah, I do also have an update of the extension, and I think it's in a good spot. Let's just see how it goes. I mean, we got it, click onto it, we get redirected. Let's say you give an easy thing, easy response, and then the LLM does not approve. Come on. So, see? Okay. It works. Let me just show the Etsy. So here we have what the kind of revamps was the sort of not the titles as such, but the descriptions, the thumbnails, making them a lot cleaner. I think the overall look of the page is looking a lot nicer. I think the pricing is maybe something that needs to be tinkered with as well. There is a sale, that's Bousse. There's just a nice kind of video about her. I think the listings are looking really nice now. So they're definitely not the issue, the thumbnails. I think as we all are kind of contemplating and thinking, it's just the number of listings, really. That's seemingly the issue. I think all we have to do is just list more, and yeah, we'll get there. But that's the Etsy, the updates that have been made so far. 2024 changes, really, not 2025 changes. But let's go. This is really random, but I basically just thought of the idea. We've been kind of doing eBay, doing Etsy, doing Amazon, these kind of smaller marketplace kind of e-commerce, I guess you can call it marketplace e-commerce, where you have built-in traffic from the platform to these products. Basically, you don't have to pay as much capital to get traffic towards your products. So what my pitch towards potential companies can be is just bringing them this kind of low cost traffic source that can basically bring them potential profit. And we would basically be the subsidiary in a way, just managing the stores for them. And one example of this is actually with an e-bike company that's based in Cambridge but has multiple locations within the UK, as shown by here, actually Bristol as well. But basically just saying to them, okay, you do have an eBay store, but wait a minute, why are just all of them sold out with no products listed? You've had 1.2k sales, you clearly know it works. What is the reasoning? So I'm really intrigued to call them tomorrow and see what might happen. Then we have the market research for the accountability app. There's kind of a breakdown statistics wise. I didn't really go too heavy into kind of market research and the overall TAM, SAM, all that sort of stuff, but I did a kind of sizing of the self-improvement community, and it is definitely a growing community, and I think it will be a growing community, especially with the kind of fear that arises with the AI surge and increases in improvements, the fear of what jobs are going to go, how we actually partake in society, what value we bring. I think all these sorts of things will kind of tie in with self-improvement, and itself will just exponentially grow. But yeah, listing the habit tracking competitors and the kind of sub niches within them. So the only one that kind of competes in the gamification aspects is Habitica, which is that one that has the in-game app within it. And then you have these kind of good UI apps, which really focus on just habit tracking, almost like the Snapchat streaks, and kind of building and seeing that flame grow as your streak grows. We'll obviously put our own spin on it, but the awards, the XP, and all that sort of thing will be utilized. Then you have Strava, and Strava, it seems one of the real big winners of Strava was their segment system. So the fact you could segment a run and then compete on that segment with either yourself or another user. So if we can, sorry about that, if we can kind of implement that segmentation aspect within the goal-seeking process, within the tasks, that would be amazing. It will be quite hard to do that, but I think a different way might be that challenge aspect. Okay, you can host a challenge with your close friends, and then you can host it to be whatever you want. Maybe it might be one task per day, 2 tasks per day, or maybe a more niche challenge into some more similar things where you can compete a lot easier. One thing actually that we do need to highlight, which is somewhat exciting, is that there is now a potential supplier, as evidenced by this new test order, which can actually up the quality of our hoodies, which is quite nice. So basically this is a lot more cotton. I can feel it by the weight, and also this velvet material that's on the inside. This is one of the older hoodies. It's a lot thinner and it has this kind of polyester feel. It just doesn't feel as nice, as thick, as warm. So there's definitely a chance to upgrade our quality. And then, just talking about this extension actually, I made it open source. It's on GitHub. I'll link it actually down below, and if you guys want to check out, of course you can check it out. And yeah, if you want to try it yourself though, the only thing you may have to do is just download a Hugging Face model. I'll probably document all this in the README. I hope I will. But worst case, yeah, the code will be down below in the GitHub. You don't actually need any sort of keys or paid versions of anything. You literally can just get the code, download a model, and as long as you can run it on your local server, so your own laptop, you'll be able to use the extension. Well, this is a late night or an early morning, I guess you can call it. Yeah. Still ill somehow. And that's probably what's led me to wake up this early and just kind of think maybe a bit too much. But yeah, eBay is just really crap as a business model. Like, just not that motivating. It's purely, allowing consumerism for these really awful looking products, devilish sort of products. And it's just not something that, you want to be selling really. The quality's bad. I know we're planning on upping quality, and we potentially have a supplier to do that. We have a test order right now, which should be coming by the 7th. But yeah, it's just not that motivating, and it's just like, you really think about it more, it's just purely a cash grab, right? That's the only real reason we want to keep doing it, is just to get more cash, and that's just not another motivating factor. Maybe that's because my lucky life that I see money more as a kind of tool and an asset, really, rather than, the thing to chase and want and desire. I mean, we have enough now, probably after tax, to go on a nice holiday, 3 to 4 week holiday, just venturing around the world, just like a student would after, their university, self-funded. So I think that's a nice and cool thing, and probably just the amount of money I need for the current moment in my life. But yeah, this has made me think. I just really like, I think we just, well, at least for me, I just want to keep it bare minimum, just keep going with it, because we do have these other 2 opportunities, like the Etsy and the accountability app, and those are way more exciting. I mean, the Etsy less so, because it's still kind of consumeristic in a way, but it has the potential to be something more, with the ideas of kind of turning a house into a home, those sorts of things, making a space for a family that really love their home. They want to come back to this. Comfort is maybe a bit too big, but you could put it there, because comfort's kind of an opposition of my mindset in a way. But I guess once you've got to that age, and you've got a family and you've done well with your life, comfort is maybe a thing that you deserve and you should obtain. But yeah, I think that's a nice thing that sort of business model in the long term can eventually do, the interior designing and that sort of thing. And then, of course, the accountability at the whole premise is to bring value to its user base. So it's a lot more exciting of a model. And right now, just what my hardest thing is been the desire and the want and just maintaining that and the discipline. So this kind of switch around towards something that, it's a lot more value based and hopefully something that can motivate me a lot more is something that will be more appealing, I hope. We'll see. This might be just too early in the morning and I've just been thinking too much. Or this might be the new thing. Let's see. Yeah. I guess one more thing, because there's a really way of testing this MVP. We got 4 individuals. We can just create a kind of WhatsApp group that we just lay down our goals and then we just create our daily tasks and then we just act upon them and then upload the photo. So I think that may be a plan that we can just act on, because that's a very, very simple MVP and we can see if it even works for us. Because if it doesn't work for us, which are probably the prime audience, it's probably not going to work for anyone. It's similar to the idea of Strava, who built theirs for professionals. If it's working for professionals, I'm not saying we're professionals, but if it's working for, the professionals, the actual wannabe entrepreneurs, then it's going to work for the everyday person, hopefully. That's the logic. But everyday goal seeker, not everyday person. I'm hoping everyday persons are everyday goal seekers. If that's not the case, we have to change that. We really need everyone to, seek a goal and really have a goal in mind. I think that's a very important thing. I was thinking about that more. Like, how specific should your goals be? And I think as an entrepreneur, it's quite easy to have specific goals, but maybe as an average person, it's probably a little bit more convoluted as to what your goals, what your wants and desires are. Even for me, it's convoluted, but I do have some, and I think I haven't actually sat down and thought about my goals in a while, which is ironic because I'm trying to create a goal-seeking app. But yeah, I think I just need to sit down and actually think about my goals, and then this sort of group chat hopefully will help, and hopefully show that the MVP has a lot of premise and a lot of need. But let's see. Thank you for listening to this early morning rant, I guess. It's 4 here. I slept too much yesterday because I had a really annoying headache, but yeah. Oh yeah, and then one more of kind of thing is, maybe my discipline just isn't there. That's one thing I've been thinking about, so this may sound random, but I think maybe by the end of the financial year, that should be enough kind of an indicator about how much capital we truly have, after tax, of course. And then after that, just utilizing that to go on a holiday this year. I think that'll be a nice kind of, if my discipline's not enough right now, I need a way of improving it. So what I'm thinking is after that holiday, so like this 2024 period will be the grind to the financial year to see if this can truly work. And then after that, just planning out maybe some holidays to then try. I think I want kind of a 1-year stint in the army. Random, really random. But I can't really think of another place where you can truly develop discipline in a really concrete way. I'm going to talk with one of my friends. I'm going to message him at least to see like what's his opinion on that, because his father's in the military, and I think that would be the best way to really know if, in my mind it makes sense, right? If you want to develop discipline, it's probably one of the best places to go. But is a 1-year stint possible, an internship kind of thing?